Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Alan, retired in the Philippines. There's a true story that I heard about, 6 months ago. I just cannot get out of my head. It's how this poor guy got scammed. Before I tell the story, I want to put out a disclaimer. The Philippines is a wonderful place, beautiful people, they're so friendly and kind. This is the majority, but there are just a few that ruins the reputation to all the good people. So this is my disclaimer. This is nothing against Philippines. I'm sure this happens to other countries and so on. Okay, with that out of the way, my story is, this guy had a long distance relationship, LDR, with a Filipino woman. He lived back in the States. For a little over 2 years. They talk every day and they fall in love and they made plans and so on and so forth. And he was 60 at the time when they first met online. And he was waiting until he hit 62 for his retirement age to get early retirement from Social Security. So in the meantime, she wanted to build a house for them because they didn't want to pay rent, which is similar to what my wife and I did. But she was very close to my age, so I know. Anyhow, that's a different story. Anyhow, so he started sending her budgets to build a house. And he started asking her about her past relationship. She was married. She said she was married about 12 years ago. He deserted her, haven't heard one word from him, so there's like no problem with him. So anyhow, he started sending her budgets to build a small house on the family compound and everything, so everything would be all set when he came out to the Philippines. Well, in their culture, it's a very poor country. So in their culture, it's very common for extended family or siblings to all live together in a house. Well, when they were building the house, she said that her brother got in a motorcycle accident, got hurt, lost his job, has no place to stay, and wanted her brother to come in and live with her in the house that they were building. And he said, sure, no problem. Give him a chance to get back on his feet so he can get his own place. So retirement came, and he finally got his Social Security checks coming in, and he flew like 32 hours from New Jersey to Philippines. I guess he had a layover there in South Korea or somewhere or whatever. So after a long flight, she picked him up there at the airport, and she lived deep in the province. So they went there, and he got all settled in and everything, introduced to her brother, and by that time he was a lot better and just went back to work and trying to save money to get his own place, which is good because this guy, like me, liked their privacy, and just wanted to be alone with your wife. But he found out that when he got there, she was the very jealous type. She did not want him to look at a woman, to talk to a woman, do not talk to the neighbors because of chismis, because gossip causes a lot of problems. They'll always ask him for money because he's a foreigner. She just told him, just don't talk to nobody, just, let's just keep it between you and me, she says. He goes, okay, I understand. I heard about all this before I come out. So they went everywhere together. They were never separated. Well, one day, this guy comes over to the house and on a motorcycle. Some kind of emergency happened. She had to go to her aunt's house real quick. And all three couldn't ride on a motorcycle. So he stayed there at the house, and she goes, I'll be right back. So he goes outside and started working on the yard. And the neighbor woman, that was her chance to start talking with him. He was very reluctant, but she was asking a lot of questions, and couldn't understand why a foreigner was living with a married couple. He goes, what do you mean married couple? That's her brother. She goes, no, 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 no. That's her husband. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? This guy flipped out. He can't bring no lawsuits. He can't take it to court. He can't charge him for nothing because all she has to do is claim it's a gift and so forth. So he just ended up packing and leaving even before she came back, because he talked to his friends there and says he don't stand a chance on getting his money back or anything, you know. So, but can you imagine that you know, a couple would do such a thing? Here they are sleeping together, and her husband's in the next room for like 3 to 4 months. Unbelievable. So in the morning, I talked to my wife about this. I go, honey, I just heard a crazy story. So I explained the story to my wife and have a morning coffee, and very nonchalant, she goes, yeah, so what about it? I go, honey, don't you understand what just happened? She goes, oh, it's common. They just had her and her husband just had an agreement. I go, oh my God. It's oh, crazy. But just to the foreigners who plans on coming out here, or expats, you know, just be careful. Like I said, that story just, I don't know, it just stuck with me for over 6 months in my head. How could people do such a thing, you know? But I have many more stories. I hope you subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos coming up. I have many more that I experienced myself, even though I studied for weeks and months and years, for 4 years, everything about the Philippines, so I don't get caught on scams, but I did anyhow. And I'll explain them to you in future videos. Okay, yeah, do your research, guys, and be careful. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.